is the referee. Who's going to ref the next game?
If you get a referee who's an Olympiacos politically, you know, he's going to help you. From the newspapers the people read to the cafes they go into. You're either one political side or the other, which is Olympiacos or Panathinaikos.
Are referees easily influenced in Greek football?
Not easily, but they are influenced because they apply a lot of pressure all the time. They are pointing the finger, saying, we watch you. We know, you know, your affiliations, we know your past errors, we watch you. And of course, a lot of times they succumb to the pressure. But there was a whole system in Greece that they called it the hut.
The hut was allegedly a little ring of referees, officials, and so on who were fixing games.
They were arranging relegations and promotions through these systems. So they were saying, we'll promote you, and a part, you know, of the money that you get from television, you know, we're going to get it.
At the 1896 Olympic Games, the winner of the marathon was Spiros Louis. The poor and unassertive Louis declined all prize money and only accepted a horse cart, so that he could sell in Athens the famous water of his village. If only football in Greece today could be as innocent.
I only did see it one time when I was out there. The chairman came to me before the game and said, Ronnie, this has got nothing really to do with you. We were getting a little close to relegation. The two teams that were playing that day. And the chairman come and said, just leave it. It's going to be 0-0. Actually, the week before I was talking to people in the square, and they kept coming up and going, Slavato, Meden. This was a week before the game, and I didn't understand Greek at the time. I later found out Saturday it's 0-0. So all the fans seemed to know, and everybody seemed to know a week before the game that was going to be 0-0. It did eventually end up 0-0.
There's no evidence to suggest that the president of Olympiacos, Socrates Kokkilis, is corrupt. But he is one of the richest men in Greece, a shipping magnate, owns absolutely everything. So what's in it for him?
Well, I think it brings them popularity and adoration in many cases. I mean, because it's not very often a money-making business.
Sometimes they can blackmail the government owning a team and saying, when you turn against me, you turn against the team, and people see, you know, they turn against you.
Then if the team play badly, they use their high profile and go, OK, I'm not going to pay them. And all the fans will go, yeah, well done. But it's not the way to do it. It's probably a way of breeding corruption. If somebody's not getting paid by one club, his own club, maybe he'll take money off another club.
I mean, obviously it doesn't excuse it, but it makes it understandable.
It makes it understandable more than anything, yes.
One of the consequences of that, wasn't it, that betting was banned for a little while on Greek First Division matches?
That's correct, yeah. Last year we had a case where the president of OPAP, which is the state-run betting agency, actually said on air, on a radio station, that he felt that some games in the league were rigged.
And even though, like, I mean, there's a lot of rumours, you know, that we hear, like, since we've been here and we've read stuff about, like, that Greek football is a little bit, you know, let's say, dodgy. Like, that the results aren't always to be trusted. Do you agree with that, or do you think that's just Panathinaikos fans?
That's Panathinaikos fans.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing that, you know, are really, I hate them about it. Because they're bad losers, you know. Here in Greece, okay, I'd say most of the Greeks are bad losers, especially in sports and in politics, I would say. But that's what they do, you know. Mr. Kokkilis, our president there, you know, he spent more money, he invested more money, he got the best player. Because of that, because they cannot beat us in individual matches, you'll see tomorrow, we'll beat them. I guarantee this 100%.
Τελευταίο σφύριγμα από τον Καλόπουλο. Ολυμπιακός Παναθηναϊκός 3.
Rivaldo was about 50-50 apparently going into this game.
Rivaldo is from nature a match winner.
There's Rivaldo now again. What makes Greek football different from football elsewhere?
I think it's one word: passion.
I ask you, how does it compare playing in this derby match? We're playing for Barcelona against Madrid.
Fica feliz porque é uma rivalidade muito grande, né? Então, qualquer jogador gosta de jogar clássico como esse, né? Então, eu tenho a felicidade de jogar e sempre procuro jogar e jogar bem para ajudar o Olympiacos.
In English or in Greek? In English, please. In English. Every big player wants to play such a classic game like this. I'm very happy for this.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Well, the match is over. It finished 3-2 to Olympiacos. Man of the match, Rivaldo, scored twice. The stadium is now empty. But the fans haven't gone home. This being Athens, they will revel until about 4 o'clock in the morning. Sadly, I've got to go home.
Greek people in general are very passionate about the way they feel, about the way they love, about the way they hold their friends. When they get angry, they're very passionate. And this is just, I guess, another reason to be passionate. You support a team.
Sports has always been there. They like to be, somehow I think the Greeks, they like to be divided, you know, and have a rivalry.
You have the right to keep a line with your childhood and to feel like a child and to express your feelings like a child.
The only thing that can make you cry, laugh, happy, to order drinks for your teammates or whoever is football.
It's only through football that you can actually experience those highs.
Well, I think it's a very specific sort of high.
How long does it last? Well, Georgia, I'm gonna miss you.
We have gotten close, haven't we?
Can I take you home?
Let's be men. Have a manly handshake before you leave.
I agree. And sit in stony silence. It'd be like that film, Brokeback Mountain. Join me next week for a Dutch classic. Ajax of Amsterdam against Feyenoord of Rotterdam. A tale of two Hollands. That was Rivaldo. I'm just a child.
Up next is the RT News.